Joanne DiGesu and Shaun Heffernan, who captured hearts on 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way Season 6, have sadly gone their separate ways. Their whirlwind romance began in the most unexpected place, a psychic reading. Joanne, a New Yorker, and Shaun, an Irishman, felt an instant connection and quickly fell in love. Fueled by their deep bond, the couple made the bold decision to marry in Ireland without telling their families. Joanne chose not to inform her two sons, Joey and Jesse, while Shaun kept his new marital status a secret from his daughter, Bella. The show chronicled their emotional journey as they reunited in Ireland and introduced each other to their children. Despite the initial secrecy, the families began to build connections. Shaun formed a bond with Jonah's sons, and Joanne made efforts to earn Bella's trust. Eventually, the couple came clean about their secret wedding, hoping to blend their families and start a new life together. However, not everything went as planned. Jonah's eldest son was deeply hurt by the revelation and struggled to accept Shaun as a stepfather. Despite their best intentions, real-life complications began to surface. Due to Jonah's custody agreement, she was unable to relocate her children to Ireland. This obstacle forced the couple to pivot and try building a life together in New York, where Shaun moved into Jonah's home. But by May, rumors were swirling that the two were no longer living under the same roof. Allegedly, Shaun blindsided Joanne by leaving without warning. A Reddit user shared a secondhand account. "My sister works with someone who knows the couple. She told me Joanne came home and all of Shaun's stuff was gone." This led some fans to speculate whether Shaun had simply used Joanne to get a green card. On the flip side, Shaun gave his version of the story during a candid appearance on a podcast with fellow 90 Day Fiancé cast member James Solis. "Yeah, she kicked me out, bro," Shaun revealed emotionally. James responded with support, saying, "That's why I had to take you in. I've just been trying to take care of you." Since then, Shaun has been living with James and his wife, Mytalia Solis. On that same podcast, Shaun hinted at what may have gone wrong in his marriage. "Love, to me, would be respect," he said. "Someone can say they love you to bits but still stab you in the back or do the dirtiest, shadiest things." His words suggested that a lack of mutual respect may have contributed to the breakdown of their relationship. While fans were initially hopeful about Joanne and Shaun's future, it seems the couple ultimately couldn't overcome the real-life challenges that followed their TV romance. Though the end of their relationship is bittersweet, there's hope that both are finding peace and clarity as they move forward separately. Shekinah and Sarper have never been your typical couple, and now they're proving that their wedding will be anything but traditional. In an exclusive sneak peek from the upcoming episode of 90 Day Fiancé, airing Sunday, May 25th, the couple reveals their unusual wedding plans, leaving friends and family completely stunned. With time ticking and the pressure on to make their union official, Shekinah and Sarper finally open up about how they plan to tie the knot, and it's not what anyone expected. The conversation takes a turn when Shekinah's sister casually asks, "So, what's going on with the wedding? When are you guys getting married?" Caught off guard, Shekinah takes a long sip of her espresso martini while Sarper fumbles for words. "Oh," he begins, clearly uneasy. "We will have no wedding." The room falls silent. When someone asks if they're eloping instead, Sarper drops the bombshell, "We will have a bedding." Confused glances circle the table as Shekinah and Sarper exchange sheepish smiles. Naturally, everyone wants to know what exactly is a bedding. As it turns out, it's exactly what it sounds like. The couple has decided to get married in their bed. No guests, no venue, no ceremony, just the two of them, exchanging vows in the most intimate setting possible. What began as a tongue-in-cheek idea became a real plan when the couple realized they spend the majority of their time together in bed and wanted their wedding to reflect that closeness. Unsurprisingly, their announcement didn't sit well with their loved ones. Friends and family looked visibly uncomfortable, questioning not only the wedding concept but also whether Shekinah and Sarper are truly making the right decision. While the couple seems content with their choice, it's clear their bold move has left everyone else wondering, is this a romantic gesture or a red flag? Tiffany, a familiar face from the 90 Day Fiancé franchise, is back on TLC, and this time, she's not just searching for romance. She's on a journey of self-discovery, healing, and personal growth. Now starring in 90 Day, Hunt for Love, premiering Monday, May 26th, Franco spoke exclusively to us weekly about what's been going on behind the scenes, including her dramatic transformation. I got to almost 300 pounds, and I realized it wasn't just about my weight, the 33-year-old shared. It was about my relationships, my self-worth, everything all together. I finally said, enough. I need to make a change. Tiffany underwent weight loss surgery in 2021, shedding 70 pounds. But the journey didn't stop there. She lost an additional 40 pounds through sheer determination and lifestyle changes. The rest was just pure willpower and struggle, she added. Since her 2021 divorce from Ronald Smith, whom she married in 2018 and shares daughter Carly with, Tiffany has been rebuilding her life. She's also mom to son Daniel from a previous relationship. While she calls her home life with her kids her happy place, she knew that if she wanted to find love again, she had to step outside her comfort zone. And like a mole, she joked, I love being in my circle at home, but Prince Charming's not going to knock on my door, so I had to go out and hunt for him. That's exactly what brought her to Hunt for Love, a new TLC series featuring 8 returning 90-day stars and a few fresh faces, all looking for a second chance at love. Tiffany said she came into the experience with 0 expectations, which helped her avoid disappointment. I wasn't expecting to meet someone, fall in love, and get married right away, she said. But I definitely wanted to see if a spark could ignite. What she didn't expect was how quickly feelings can develop when you're in a dating bubble. When you're with someone 24/7 in that kind of environment, everything moves 10 times faster, Tiffany explained. It only takes a couple of dates before you're like, I think I really like this person. It's wild. After just 2 days, you start thinking, could I see a future with them? While Tiffany didn't spill whether she walked away with the one, she did hint at a romantic connection. There was one guy, cute mustache, beautiful eyes, who caught my attention on the very first night, she said with a smile. Fans first met Tiffany in 90 Day Fiancé, the other way in 2019, when she moved to South Africa with her son to be with then fiancé Ronald. Their relationship was rocky, but their journey brought viewers along through marriage, a child, and eventual separation. Tiffany later appeared on 90 Day, The Single Life in 2022. Reflecting on her reality TV experiences, Tiffany admitted they've shaped how she approaches love and life. It pushes you, she said. It forces you to confront your boundaries, face hard truths about yourself, and break old habits. Watching old seasons, she confessed, isn't always easy. It's like ripping open a wound that had just started healing. You watch it back and think, did I really say that? What was I thinking? But then you realize how far you've come. I'm doing better now. In her recent appearance on 90 Day Diaries, Olga revealed that she was no longer living with Steven Friend and was considering moving back to Russia. The couple met in their early 20s, fell in love, and became pregnant. In early 2018, Olga and Steven welcomed their first child, Alex, in Russia. They began the K-1 visa process in order to build a life together in the United States. They also decided to document their journey on TV and join the cast of 90 Day Fiancé Season 6 along with other couples. Unfortunately, Olga and Steven faced numerous challenges during their brief appearance on TV. They appeared too young to handle the responsibilities of parenthood, resulting in frequent arguments and fights. Steven seemed like a villain in their relationship, and many 90 Day Fiancé fans predicted that the couple would eventually break up. Despite these predictions, Steven and Olga surprised everyone by tying the knot in August 2019, giving their relationship a fresh start. In 2020, Olga and Steven separated because of personal differences, but ultimately reconciled, leading to the birth of their second child, Layla, in September 2022. Despite their differences and financial burdens, Olga and Steven's marriage had been successful. However, their relationship continued to worsen after the COVID-19 pandemic, and they separated. In August 2024, Steven shared an update on his Instagram story confirming their split. He admitted Olga was a wonderful mother to their 2 children, but also acknowledged that they could no longer be together, hinting that irreconcilable differences may have been the main cause. Despite their split, Olga and Steven found a way to co-parent their kids together, prioritizing their responsibility as parents above all else. In May 2025, Olga and Steven appeared in 90 Day Diary Season 6, where they discussed their current living situation. Steven told the cameras, "The past few months, We really haven't been seeing eye to eye too much. He explained that he had moved out of their home to live with a friend, apart from Olga, in hopes of resolving their issues and finding a way to move forward. Olga also expressed her opinion, stating that she planned to return to Russia with their children and not stay in New York after the split. Olga subtly indicated the underlying motive behind her decision to leave the United States and move back to Russia. In 90 Day Diaries, she discussed her aspirations for the future and revealed her desire to go back to her home country due to the high cost of living in New York. She said, "Living in New York City with 2 kids, it's hard. And working in marketing doesn't cover everything." Olga also shared her intention to grow her photography business in the U.S., with the goal of progressing in her career to be able to afford life in New York. Olga appears to be still actively pursuing her goal of becoming a successful photographer in New York. In April 2025, Olga shared an album that showcased her current lifestyle, including engaging in various activities like photography and spending time with friends in the city. In the caption, she indicated that it reflected her life lately. Olga's current Instagram bio further confirms her presence in New York City as she describes herself as a mom and photographer in NYC. It appears that the 90 Day Diaries cast member didn't follow through with her plan to return to Russia. Chantel Everett is grateful to be part of the 90 Day Fiancé universe, but she wishes people would stop asking about her boobs. "Everybody seems to think that my boobs are fake," Chantel exclusively told Us Weekly while promoting her latest TLC venture, 90 Day Hunt for Love. "That's not probably the craziest thing a fan has said, but that's one that I want to address." Chantel declared, "The boobs are not fake. I would not get fake boobs this big. They're real. God gave me these." She joked, "They're a real pain in my back right now," noting that she didn't choose the size. Chantel explained that her literal back pain is one of the reasons she's looking to make them smaller. "It's been on my mind a little bit lately, possibly getting a breast reduction," Chantel shared. "Especially since I did get my birthmark removed, and am not so scared of plastic surgery anymore. It's something I am considering." While Chantel is not 100% happy with her cup size, she is confident in her romantic life after getting divorced from Pedro Jimeno in 2022. "I'm so glad that my marriage is far behind me, honestly, and it's taken me a long time to be able to get to the point where I'm actually grateful for the stage of life that I'm in," Chantel told Us. She added that this new sense of empowerment helped her be open to 90 Day Hunt for Love, which premieres on Monday, May 26th. On the new TLC series, 8 90 Day Fiancé favorites will be thrown together with new faces in Mexico for a shot at true love. "I'm a completely different person now," Chantel said of her headspace going into the dating show. "I feel like this is the better part of my dating life and of my love life." Fans were introduced to Chantel on Season 4 of 90 Day Fiancé, where she met and fell in love with Pedro, 33, during her stay in the Dominican Republic. The couple got married in 2016 after Pedro moved to Chantel's home state of Georgia. Chantel and Pedro's journey continued on 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, from 2017 to 2019. They later got their own spin-off, The Family Chantel, before separating in May 2022 after 6 years of marriage. Now, Chantel is trying her hand at love again on 90 Day Hunt for Love, and she couldn't be more excited for fans to see what transpired in Tulum. "I wanted to join the show to challenge myself to get outside of my comfort zone and see if there really is someone who maybe I don't expect is my type that I could fall in love with," Chantel told Us. "In this era of my life, I'm trying to keep an open mind and not judge books by their cover anymore." With a new approach to dating, Chantel said she threw her typical type out the window in hopes of making a genuine love connection. Chantel, however, played coy about the end result, saying, "I can't tell you what happened. I have to keep it really close to the chest," she teased.